Welcome back to Gesa Stadium, the home of the Tri-Cities Dust Devils, for this matchup today. The 4A state championship ball game between the Richland Bombers and the Skyview Storm. Richland Bombers are coming into today's game with an overall record of 17-10, league record of 9-5. Played some serious powerhouses in that time. The Skyview Storm are coming into this game with an overall record of 22-5, a league record of 11-1. Richland Bombers, they absolutely tore apart Federal Way yesterday, beating them by a score of 11-0. And the Skyview Storm got here by beating Wenatchee 3-1. So with that, we're going to do the starting lineups for today's matchup. Starting first with the Richland Bombers, a senior, number 7, Adam Weissenfels, shortstop. Number 11, a senior, second baseman, Gavin March. Number 23, a senior, right fielder, Josh Mendoza. Number 12, a senior, third baseman, Kyle Corrigan. Number 17, a senior, Christian Berry, first baseman. Number 9, designated hitter, senior, Chase Mooney. Number 10, center fielder, a junior, Drew Daves. Number 2, a junior catcher, Kirby Robertson. Number 8, a junior pitcher, Taylor Johnson. And number 3, a senior left fielder, Trey Zorich. And for the Skyview Storm, starting off for them, leading it like he did yesterday, a senior right fielder, number 18, Daniel Copeland. A junior second baseman, number 3, Liam Kerr. Senior first baseman, number 20, Michael Lundgren. A senior left fielder, number 8, Max Rose. A junior third baseman, number 24, Ryan Pitts. A senior catcher, number 2, Michael Hickey. A senior center fielder, number 1, Carter Hill. A senior designated hitter, number 9, Griffin Sissel. He is the designated hitter for pitcher Cooper Barnum. A junior shortstop, number 10, Noah Guyett. And a sophomore pitcher, number 4, Cooper Barnum. Welcome back to Gesa Stadium in beautiful Pasco, Washington. Wind has died down here for the start of our third game today. The Richland Bombers are taking on the Skyview Storm, and the Storm are out here first. They will be the home team, and the Richland Bombers, who are just from right down the road, will be the visiting team on the scoreboard today. So we are about to get this 4A state championship baseball game underway, brought to you by Les Schwab.
The crowd energy right now is unreal.
Oh,
everybody cheering on right now.
Gotta love the noise. First batter up. This game brought to you by Les Schwab Tires and the Dairy Farmers of Washington. Up to bat, starting out for the Richland Bombers will be number 7, Adam Weissenfels. First pitch is a strike.
Weissenfels is known for his football prowess as well as his basketball ability to go along with his baseball skills.
A 1 pitch, low, inside, will be ball 1. Man, the electricity in here is contagious.
This is state championship baseball right now.
Pitch on its way, strike 2 is called. So leading the pitching here is a sophomore, Cooper Barnum. Must have some nerves of steel, that young man. Pitch on the inside, pulled, third baseman fires over to first, able to get the first out of the inning for the Storm.
Yeah, Cooper Barnum, it's in his blood. It's a legacy. Like I said in the pregame, his older brother, Brody Barnum, he was a star quarterback at Skyview and also a star pitcher, signed a scholarship to play for WSU. So Cooper was raised on this kind of pressure.
There you go.
Literally.
Many nights on the ball field, huh? First pitch to number 11, Gavin March, is a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the first, 4A state championship baseball. Second pitch on the way. Strike 1 is called.
What might help Cooper Barnum out is he did play left field yesterday, so he did get a taste of what it's like to play in the Final Four.
Into his windup, down the mound. Pitch on its way. It's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's nothing like the atmosphere in the state championship game. Even though you played yesterday, the atmosphere today is on a whole nother level. That pitch drops out of it. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on March. And shaking his shoulders loose. Shaking those nerves away. Lefty up to bat. Pitch on its way. It's a shot over to short. Line drive. He's able to secure it. Around the horn he goes. Out number 2. So that'll bring up number 23, the right fielder for the Bombers, Josh Mendoza.
It's got to be confidence boosting for Cooper Barnum, getting those 2 quick outs to start the game.
Barnum into his windup. Pitch on its way. First one's a strike. Nice breaking ball right over the middle of the plate. Second pitch on the way, fouled off behind home plate. Well out of play. So, 0-2 pitch. Barnum into his windup. Down the mound, throw on the way. Pop fly to right field. The right fielder for the Storm secures it. Daniel Copeland, their star player, so that'll bring out the Richland Bombers onto the field. Skyview handling their work right away to the top of the first inning.
And starting for the Richland Bombers will be junior Taylor Johnson, number 2 pitcher for Richland. Richland didn't have to worry much about pitching yesterday. They did shut out Federal Way. And just to show you how good this Richland pitching is, Federal Way scored 13 runs today, and they got shut out yesterday by Richland. So clearly this Richland pitching knows what they're doing. Again, Taylor Johnson will start. He's had a couple good starts so recently. Likes to stay around the zone, and he'll give him a chance to win. That's the best way that Coach Grant Richardson describes his start today. He's going to keep Richland in the game. Might not overpower anyone, but he's going to give his team a chance. So let's see what the right-hander can do today.
Absolutely. Johnson is a junior. Getting his warm-up pitches in. Normally we would take a break, but wanted to keep it here. I'll let the fans from all over get to see the championship warm-up pitchers. Pitching from both teams is pretty doggone good, obviously, to get them here. But it's quite an honor to be able to broadcast this live on the NFHS Network. Paul and the gang over at ESN Sports helping to make it possible for us to get down here in conjunction with the WIAA. We are proud to be a part of this and able to get the message out even to overseas, to our armed forces overseas and around the world. Again, thank you to our men and women serving in the armed forces, past and present, and to the families that have the undertaking of supporting them while they're defending our country, allowing us to be a part of something so special like this back home. So, leading off for the Storm, number 18, the right fielder, senior Daniel Copeland. He'll take the first pitch. Quick hopper over to short. Fires over to first, and that is 1 down for the Bombers.
Richland firing the ball around the infield like they have something to prove. This is very impressive by both teams so far.
We've talked before, the culture at Richland High School is amazing. State championships for football, softball strong, Baseball strong. All of their programs doing a great job.
Basketball just made a UW commitment. Riley Sorn. Congratulations to Riley Sorn of Richland going to UW.
7-footer. Second pitch. Hit right back to short. Both plays to him. Over to first. That'll be out number 2. Liam Kerr was the second batter for the Storm.
A couple great plays by the Richland infield to start us off, building up their confidence right now as well.
So number 20, Michael Lundgren, a senior first baseman for the Storm, up to bat. Got quite the work going on. That pitch high inside for ball 1. Second pitch is low. So to start for the third batter, 2 balls, no strikes. Johnson taking a deep breath, getting back into his windup. Fires. That one will be a strike. 2-1. 2 outs here at the bottom of the first inning. 4A state championship baseball here at Gesa Stadium in Pasco. Pitch on its way. That's a crack right over the top of the infield into left field. So that'll put the runner aboard. Lundgren gets aboard to first base. So our first base runner of the game. So that'll bring up for the Storm number 8, senior left fielder Max Rose. Max Rose, the number 4 hitter, cleanup hitter for the Storm. Pitch over the top, fly ball.
Could find some green
right
grass.
Center.
What a cat!
Unable to secure it. That was a heck of a diving attempt at that play. So now runners will be on first and third. 2 outs. Bombers have been here before. No reason to panic. Plenty of game left in this one. Good heads-up base running by Lundgren to get over to third base.
You got to love the effort out there by the Richland right fielder, Josh Mendoza.
Great dive out there by him. Number 24, Ryan Pitts, a junior third baseman for the Storm, now up to bat. Catcher for the Bombers, Kirby Robertson, steps out, has an infield call.
Max Rose staying close to the bag on first right now.
First pitch on its way, high, ball 1. So with runners on first and third, second pitch outside. Oh, no, excuse me, he must have caught that corner. That'll be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice job of getting that outside corner. Next pitch on the way. Oh, man, he wanted that one. That was a hard cut, good solid cut on that pitch.
He was thinking 2 RBI in that play.
Absolutely. So now we are 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Johnson looking to see if he can't get out of this. Pitch on its way, fouled off behind home plate, just over the press box. What a great start to a great ball game here today for a state championship action on the NFHS Network. Pitch on the way. That's a shot to left center. Will it get down in time? And it does. That'll got past the left fielder. That 1 run will score. Second runner coming around third, chugging for home. 2-run score for the Storm. That's a double for Ryan Pitts.
He pumps his chest out there at second base. All his teammates come out to congratulate the runners that just scored.
Absolutely. A whole bunch of excitement going on there. Great placement by number 24, Ryan Pitts, for the Storm.
Yeah, 2 strikes in him. It was a 1-2 count.
Bombers infield come in, talk to the pitcher, say, hey, we're all right. We got this. A lot of game left inside here. So up to bat now is number 2, a senior catcher, Michael Hickey. number 5 batter in the lineup, or excuse me, number 6 batter in the lineup. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Johnson's shown some amazing calmness on the mound.
The reason why they put him out there today.
Pitch on its way, high outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of 1. The Storm have jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. Third pitch on its way. Ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Had an exceptional diving attempt and out of right field, unable to get that one. A quick shot to left center, scored 2 runs for the Storm. Pitch on the way, that's a shot to right field. Will it stay fair? Will it stay fair? Foul ball. Boy, that was a close one. That wind died down just in time to not keep it fair. They are working that right fielder to start the game.
That was a 3-bagger if it was 2 feet to the left.
Right fielder Josh Mendoza getting his workout in today. So we're going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 2 across the board for us out there. Johnson steps back onto the rubber. Takes the signal. Enters into his windup. Delivers a pitch. That's a shot to shortstop. Will he be able to convert number 3? And he does. So at the bottom of 1, the Storm jump out to an early lead. 2-0 over the Richland Bombers. We'll be back with you in just a moment. You're watching the NFHS Network live by ESN Sports. Well, welcome back to Gesa Stadium, home of the Tri-City Dust Devils, where the hometown team is behind by 2 runs to start the game here. The Skyview Storm, the home team on the board, take an early 2-0 lead over the Richland Bombers in green. Skyview Storm wearing their black. First batter up for the Bombers is Kyle Corrigan.
Kyle Corrigan, a wall baseball commit.
Senior that plays third base for him. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch swung on. Foul. Out of play down the first base line. Lots of energy here to start the game. Those 2 runs haven't quieted the Richland fan base down at all. Next pitch on its way. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, top of the second inning. 4A state championship baseball. Pitch on the way. That's hit. Shallow, right center. Unable to
tough
make
call.
the catch. Almost the same exact spot as the Storm hit the ball. So Corrigan able to get on the base. Good hustle play out of the center fielder, Carter Hill, for the Storm. So with 1 on, up to bat now is number 17, a senior, playing first, Christian Berry.
Christian Berry will be joining Kyle Corrigan at Wall next year.
Barnum looks off the runner at first. Throws the first pitch for a ball. Sophomore for the Storm. Pitching the starting pitcher for the championship game. What an honor. Into his windup. Pitch on its way. Strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Head coach for the Bombers is Grant Richardson. Head coach for the Storm is Seth Johnson.
These are the first batters on base for Richland. We'll see if they try and test a young pitcher to see the senior heavy lineup.
So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first. Into the windup goes Barnum. That pitch delivered.
Could be 2.
Short grounder to second. Was he able to get it? Got him. Lead runner out at second. So Corrigan is out at second. Berry alive on first. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 9, Chase Mooney. Senior Bomber, left-handed batter.
DH.
Barnum into the stretch. Delivers that first pitch low. Ball 1. So Mooney, designated here, into the box. Next pitch on its way. Pulls it the other, or sends it the other way. Out of play down the third base line. Hitting it to the opposite side. So Barnum, healthy start here to begin the 4A state championship. 1-1 count, 1 out. Barnum into his windup. Down the mound, pitch delivered. That ball is inside for ball 2. He's definitely paying attention to the runner at first. Barry not very far off of first. Barnum, eyes on home, outside, ball 3. 3-1. 1 out. Les Schwab Tires, Dairy Farmers of Washington, supporting all high school championships. That pitch was low for ball 4. We've got 2 runners aboard. So the tying run is at first for the Bombers. So Drew Daves, that'll bring him up to bat, number 10. Center fielder for the Bombers, a junior.
These Bombers showing great plate discipline. Chase Moody drawing that walk.
So Barnum takes a signal into his windup. Looks towards home. That's a foul ball up over the top of us here at the press box, right behind home plate. Quite a great job the Tri-City Dust Devil staff has done in supporting us being up here. Nice facilities out of the weather. We had all kinds of weather yesterday. Rain, sun, clouds. 0-1 pitch on the way in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher for the Skyview Storm, Michael Hickey. So we're 1-1-1 across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of 2. Pitch in the dirt. Allows for the second base runner to advance. First base runner advances as well. The catcher unable to find that ball in the dirt. Calls time, going to talk to the pitcher. I would imagine saying, man, I need a little help out here, brother. Let me know where that ball is. He's unable to find it as he was searching around. So having a little bit of communication.
Drew Daves.
Drew Daves. Yep.
He's going to try and get both these guys in right now, but at least one. At least put the ball in play. Give the runners on third a chance. Chase Moody.
So Bombers looking to even up the score here. Barnum into his windup. Pitch delivered. That pitch is low as well. It'll be 3 balls, 1 strike on Drew Daves.
Third baseman playing in right now, not letting a bunt happen.
Next pitch on the way, fouled away again. Thought he had gotten more of that, Daves did, but good job protecting the plate, so that'll back the infield of the Storm up. Dave's stepping in here. Barnum, 3-2 pitch on its way. That's another foul ball down the left side, just outside of or over top of the bullpen of the Storm. Dave staying alive, quite a battle. Nothing less than what you'd expect here for 4A state championship baseball. Barnum takes his signal into his windup. Pitch over the top. That's a short one over to left field. That'll score the first run for the Bombers. Around second comes around third comes the tie-in run. So Daves does his job, gets one run in. He's on first, so we got runners on the corners. One out. Catcher for the Storm looking into the dugout, waiting for the signal, gives his signal to the infield, what they're going to be doing no matter what happens. You got to wonder at this point in the game, is the next batter up, number 2, the catcher, Kirby Robertson, is he going to bat and bring a run in, or is he going to swing that stick? So, steps into the box, right-handed batter, Kirby Robertson, pitch on its way, low in the dirt for ball 1. That fastball in the dirt. He's throwing a lot of fastballs to start the game here.
Richland team known for aggressive base running. We'll see if they try and take second here, get 2 runners in scoring position.
Already at 33 pitches. Next pitch on its way. That's a fly ball to right field. Shallow right. Runner will go ahead for it. Coming from third. He's able to reach home. We have a tie ball game. And just like that, the Bombers of Richland are back in it. Sacrifice fly ball over to right field. Robertson, so Drew Daves takes off promptly on that throw to home, and he's now on second base. So a go-ahead run on second base now.
I think both teams knew going into this game that it was going to take more than 2 runs to beat the other one team. So not surprised at all that Richland was able to put up 2 runs quickly in response to Skyview in that first inning.
Absolutely. Up to bat now is Taylor Johnson. Johnson, the starting pitcher for the Bombers, left-handed batter. Barnum with his pitch on the way. Nice pitch, strike called, a 1-1 count. 2 outs, top of 2. Fixing to have quite a ball game. So pitcher versus pitcher here at the top of the second. Tie ball game. Barnum, pitch on the way. Low, ball 2. So 2-1. 2 outs, runner on second. Go ahead, runner on second. Richland fans are alive and well out here tonight. Wind is kicking up, coming across from right field to left. That pitch was called a strike. Taylor Johnson not liking that a whole bunch, but
just caught the inside part of the play. He is crowding a little bit.
No disagreeing with that. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Time to protect the plate for Johnson. Pitch on its way, swing and a miss for out number 3. So the Storm are able to get out of it, basically starting over. Here we are, 2-2 tie at the top half of the first inning. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you in just a moment. You're watching the NFHS Network, brought to you by ESN Sports. Welcome back to Gesa Stadium, home of the Tri-City Dust Devils here in beautiful Pasco, Washington. What a great day for baseball. 4A State Championship baseball, brought to you by Les Schwab Tires and the Dairy Farmers of Washington. Up to bat now for the Storm is Carter Hill, senior center fielder. He'll take that first pitch for a strike from Tyler Johnson. Johnson, a right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third pitch of the inning on the way, fouled off behind home plate. Quick shot to that short backstop. So 1-2 to Hill. High, ball 2. So fastball up high. Lifted a little bit more than he wanted it to. That pitch on the way inside, ball 3. So 3 balls, two strikes, full count. Three-two pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
Some high cheese by Michael Morgan.
Man, he wanted that one. Tomahawk swung that one.
Carter Hill knew it. That's what that's what Taylor Johnson's doing well right now. 2 quick runs start the game, but you just get this feeling he's going to start settling down a little bit right now.
Absolutely. Up to bat now is Griffin Sissel, designated hitter for the Storm. Senior, number 9. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. That ball also low. Both pitchers trying to hit the bottom of the strike zone. And fans keep piling in for the Bombers. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Johnson working at a frantic pace right now.
Chop hit to second baseman. He fires over to first. Easy out.
Routine as it gets.
Bombers throwing that ball around like they love each other. I love it.
This Bomber team prides themselves on their defense. They're not going to beat themselves in this game. It's going to require Skyview to get a lot of base hits to generate runs. Not going to hit a lot of batters, not going to make a lot of errors.
Up to bat now for the Storm, Noah Guyette. He hits it to the shortstop, who's seen a lot of action today. Shortstop fires it over to 1. That'll be out number 3 for the Richland Bombers. They'll head back in. So they'll close out the top of the 3rd inning with no runs scored by the Storm. We'll be back in just a moment here on the NFHS Network, brought to you by ESN Sports. Welcome back to Gesa Stadium, home of the Tri-City Dust Devils, for the 3A, 4A state championships, brought to you by Les Schwab Tires and the Dairy Farmers of Washington. Their support is very much needed across the state as they support each of the state championships and high school athletics all the way throughout the season. The Dairy Farmers of Washington, a longtime supporter of WIAA, and along with Les Schwab Tires. Quite a ball game we got here, Micah, going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. We've got very few hits, but we've got a tie ball game.
Yeah, Cooper Barnum, I've heard great things about him. I've been very impressed so far. Richland was able to get a hold of him 2 runs in that 2nd inning, but both of these pitchers, damage control. They don't let themselves get frustrated. Composure is huge in a state championship game.
That it is.
Back to the top of the order for Richland.
So top of the order, Richland Bombers, Adam Weissenfels, the shortstop, hits a blooper right over the shortstop. So he's on. Quick first pitch swing. So that'll bring up number 11, Gavin March, the second baseman, who's a senior. Left-handed batter. Throw over to first. Gets Adam back on the bag in a hurry. Almost an overthrow there.
Weissenfels is a known base stealer.
2 back at the bag.
And what Coach Seth Johnson was saying in the pregame for Skyview, which team's going to make the first mistake? Who's going to capitalize on it? A big lead being taken right now by Weissenfels.
He's baiting him, saying, bring it. But he is absolutely fast as lightning. So Gavin March steps in. So 1 ball, no strikes. Barnum, second pitch. Too much concentration on Adam over there at first. 2 balls, no strikes.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a pickoff attempt here, even by the catcher. Just throwing down there.
Absolutely. 3rd baseman for the Storm. Squeezing in. That shows bunt. That'll be a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
March didn't think that was so.
The 3rd baseman, Ryan Pitts, who had the big hit to start things off for the Storm. Squeezing in off the 3rd baseline. So Gavin waiting for the pitch from Barnum. Barnum delivers.
Runner goes.
That's a hit. high fly ball to the shortstop. Easy play for him. So that'll be first out on the Bombers.
And Weissenfels had the bag as well. I mean, he was 2/3 down there by the time the pitch got there.
Absolutely. So now up for the Bombers is number 23, Josh Mendoza, batting third in the lineup.
Weissenfels taking a few extra steps.
Low, ball one. Adam just tempting him over there at first. Weissenfels. That got the attention of Barnum. He fires it over to first. Weissenfels back to the bag easily. Wind starting to pick up here again. Top of 3. That ball's fouled away behind the press box. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Palmer crowd talking on every pitch. Man, I love it. The energy is phenomenal. Pitch fired back, throw fired back over to first. Barnum definitely has his attention on Adam Weissenfels.
Doesn't want to let him in the scoring position.
Weissenfels takes off for second. Foul ball. A hit and run play there by the Bombers. Unable to convert it. So that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out as Josh Mendoza steps into the box. Right-handed senior for the Bombers. Back over to first goes Barnum. Weissenfels picks up another half pound of dirt in his pants, but he's able to get back in time. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Josh Mendoza trying to stay focused with all the activity going on at first base.
Lots of baseball left here today. Barnum into the windup. Outside. Nice stop by the catcher for the Storm, Michael Hickey. State championship reports coming in on our Twitter line at YourESN. Pitch on the way. Weissenfels goes. He slides a little bit early, I think, on that one.
Yeah, he had it. He was sliding in slow motion. Just the dirt slowed him down the last couple feet.
Absolutely.
But his jump was phenomenal. He made the acceleration happen.
Yep.
And it just shows you how hard it is to steal in the state tournament. Sometimes in high school season, you can do whatever you want in the base path.
Absolutely. He looked like he dove a little bit early. So that will be out number 2. And so we're 0-2 to Josh Mendoza, who's been in the box quite a while. Pitch on the way. Shot right back up the center. Base hit for Mendoza. You got to wonder what that could have done for Weissenfels.
Probably would have put him on second. Yeah, I've never seen a dirt slow down a base runner that much.
No.
I mean, they got good dirt out there. The players are dirty right now.
You look at where he started to slide. If that's his mark, that is probably 10 feet from the bag.
Easily, yes. 1/9 of the way there.
So now up for the Bombers is Kyle Corrigan. Corrigan, first pitch is a strike, hits the outside corner. Over at first is Mendoza. Barnum takes a look, changes, goes to home. It's a quick chopper up to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 3 for the Storm. So at the end of the top half of the 3rd inning, Bombers unable to convert their base runners and leave 1 on as the Storm are able to get out of it. So Barnum back in the dugout. We'll be back with you in just a moment. You're watching us live on the NFHS Network.
Welcome back to the NFHS Network. I'm Mike Chandra alongside Will Gaethel here in Pasco, Washington at the home of the Tri-City Dust Devils. It's a beautiful ballpark. It's a perfect day for baseball. It's about 75, light breeze. And the action on the field is intense right now. I feel like we're watching. This game could be a classic in the making. And
absolutely.
Hopefully I didn't jinx it, but no, we're having a good game so far today.
Amazing watching these stands fill up. They just continue to fill up the right side of the bowl there.
That's the Richland side.
So back up to bat is Daniel Copeland, top of the order for the Storm. Johnson's first pitch is a strike, hits the outside corner.
Bring your ball, breaks right over the strike zone.
Back in the box, Johnson in the windup. Pitch delivered inside for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing, foul ball off the right side, way out of play. That ball got up there and just kept going and going and going. So Copeland, you say, is a WSU commit?
I want to say WSU commit, but I just know he's a D1 baseball commit for sure.
Absolutely. So Copeland fouls that one off up over the top of the press box, right at us actually. Barely got away from us on that one. So he takes his second ball, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Copeland, very strong, sturdy, athletic-looking young man. Fouls his third one off to the right as the announcers are about to say, please, please bring them all back.
Copeland leading off today, playing right field. He was the starting pitcher yesterday against Wenatchee.
That pitch inside, quite the battle going here, full count. 3-2 to Copeland. Johnson takes the sign into his windup. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's a high pop-up down the first base line. First baseman easily under it and gets it, and he throws it around the horn. Good team baseball by the Bombers here. As we go to our next batter, number 2 batter in the order for the Storm, number 3, Liam Kerr.
Very friendly conversation between the catcher and umpire.
So 1 out, first pitch to Liam on the way. Outside for ball 1. That pitch also outside for ball 2. So Johnson got to get it back underneath him. Starts out in the hole. Into the windup. 2-0 pitch on the way. That is called a strike.
That is unfortunate for Liam Kerr. Tried to call time. Umpire said no, and he just had to take the strike.
Short, quick chopper to short. Fires it over to 1. Out number 2 on the Storm. So we've got a quick action ball game going on. Both teams have come out, done their scoring, but they've been coming last 2 times out have been a 1-2-3 affair.
Really feels like both these teams have settled down a little bit. Got pretty high energy to come out, but now they're just playing the game.
Dialed in here in beautiful Pasco, Washington. Johnson, first pitch on the way to Michael Lundgren, the first baseman, senior, number 20. Pitch shot over to shortstop.
Shortstop's getting his work in today.
Absolutely is. Out number 3. So we are at the bottom of 3. We have a tie ball game, 2-2. Tied up ball game between the Storm and the Bombers. And we will take a moment. We'll be right back with you here on the NFHS Network. You're watching us live. Micah Chin and Will Gately.
Welcome back to the NFHS Network. I'm Mike Chandra alongside Will Gately. And we're having a pitcher's battle starting to break out a little bit right now. We're in the 4th inning. First inning, Skyview jumped out to a 2-0 lead on a Max Rose double. Got the crowd on their feet, 2 RBI hit. But Richland came back with their own 2 runs, and since then, haven't had much scoring. So
up to bat for the Bombers will be number 17, Christian Berry.
5, 6, 7.
First pitch is a strike.
5, 6, 7 hitters coming up now for Richland.
Barnum starting off his 4th inning. That's a hit right between the shortstop. Oh, shortstop able to reach out and snag it, but it's still a base hit for the Bombers. Nice glove by the shortstop there. Good job of stopping it by Noah Guyette. So now up for the Bombers will be number 9, the designated hitter, Chase Mooney. Mooney, left-handed designated hitter. Barry over on first. Barnum takes a look at him. Enters his windup. That's a pitch outside.
Third baseman crashes on that bunt, but way outside.
We saw a lot of bunting yesterday. Haven't seen a ton of it today, only a couple times.
Yeah, I feel like in the preliminary games, coach was just letting them rip. You know, the last game of the year, just have fun out there and hit the ball. But here, you just got to generate runs somehow.
That time it showed a bunt, fouled behind the home plate. Catcher goes back and retrieves it.
Again, that first runner on, it's always a good way to get your rally started.
Definitely intimidating, to say the least. Bunt shown. That'll be down to first base line.
That's going to get the job done.
Will advance the runner to second.
Crowd applauses that. Unselfish baseball.
You betcha. Sacrifice bunt. Nice job advancing the runner. So now the Bombers have the go-ahead run on second. Up to bat for them will be Drew Daves, center fielder, another left-handed batter. Barnum puts one right over the plate. That'll be a high fly ball, short center field. Center fielder gets under it. Carter Hill able to squeeze it for out number 2. So that'll bring up to the plate for the Bombers, number 2, Kirby Robertson, the catcher. So Robertson stepping in, see if he can bring out the 2-out rally. Barnum takes a look at the runner on second, looks back home, fires home. That'll be a strike. Beautiful job of painting that outside corner by Barnum. So Robertson, it's an 0-1 pitch to him. 2 outs. He's looking to get a base hit. Pitch on its way, fouled away behind the press box. So we're 0-2. Robertson behind in the count, but he's been here before. Junior for the Bombers. Pitch on the way, fouled away again. Not high enough to get over the net, so drops in, back in on the ball field.
Kirby Robertson trying to get 2-out RBI here, give Richland the lead. 4th inning right now. It's a good chance to set the tempo for the rest of the game.
Barnum into his windup. That pitch on the way, foul ball.
Just gets a piece of it. Looked like he didn't want to go after it.
Hits the plate first and then enters into fair territory. So Dennis Duke, longtime umpire, calls a foul ball. So here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. Robertson taking a signal from his coach. Steps back into the box. Got a runner on second. Barnum goes into his windup. The 0-2 pitch on the way outside for ball 1. Wind has changed directions here again at Gesa Stadium. Flag is blowing back at us now. Barnum 1-2 pitch. Looks off the second base runner. Looks back at home. Time is called.
Cooper didn't see time called. Looked right back at the plate. Made the pitch. But Kirby Robertson was already out of the box.
Absolutely. Second base runner got all of his attention. So back into the box goes the batter. Behind the catcher is the home plate umpire, Dennis Duke. 1-2 pitch on the way. Reaches, pop fly, short center, could be trouble. It is not. Second baseman for the Storm able to get under it is Liam Kerr. So at the top of 4, there was no hit, or 1 hit, no errors for the Bombers. And we'll step away for just a moment and come back here for the bottom of the 4th, where we have a tie ball game, 2-2, Bombers and Storm. You're watching us on the NFHS Network. All right, welcome back to Gesa Stadium, home of the minor league affiliate for the Padres, the Tri-Cities Dust Devils. Got a great game going on here today. The Bombers taking on the Storm. Bombers, the hometown favorite. Plenty of green and yellow in the stands.
I mean, yeah, it is just packed with Richland fans. It's tradition. That green and yellow is really turning into a signature in the state of Washington. At all these state events.
Supersonics, baby. Bring them back.
That's not what I meant, but yeah, that too.
First, man, I love the Sonics, baby. Gotta love them Sonics. So, first pitch is fouled off. Second pitch on the way. Another foul ball to number 8, Max Rose.
Quick 2 strikes on Max Rose. And you remember back in the first inning, he had a momentum-changing double. It's all but forgotten now, though. It's a 2-2 tie game.
Absolutely. So 1-2 pitch on the way. Hit high out of fair territory. First baseman comes under it, takes it, fires it around the horn. Good action by both the catcher and the first baseman. Catcher got his mask off and sprinted over there, but the first baseman was under it and able to take it over. So our next state championship game is going to be right behind this, between Southridge and
Kelso.
Kelso Highlanders.
Could be playable.
High foul ball. Is it playable? Oh, that's tough.
So the catcher overread it, went too far, went right behind his head. So.
Yep, started worrying about that fence as I would. I don't want to run into that thing.
And I'm telling you right now, that sun is brutal out there right now. Pretty soon we're going to start getting some shadows on this field. So.
You bet.
But
and that sun right in his eyes as he was headed
absolutely
to the right side there, just out of the screen view of the camera. Reminding you, we are ESN Sports, not ESPN. Budget is just a slightly smaller.
We have a couple fewer cameras.
But we doing all we can here. We got to love high school sports, bringing them to your home. So that next pitch is fouled away again. So no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way by Johnson. Hit high fly ball may carry out a play. Does it? And it will. So, another foul ball. So, Ryan Pitts, the batter.
Something's got to give between these two pitchers. They're both doing very well right now.
You betcha.
And it's become more clear why these were chosen to be the starting pitchers. It's the composure is off the charts. They're very relaxed, they're very focused.
Johnson, pitch on the way. Another quick one over to the short. He fires over to first, able to get him. Back around the horn will come the throw around by the Bombers.
1-2 so far for Skyview in this bottom of the fourth inning, trying to get a rally started.
Both teams on their A game here. You can see that probably the two best teams are in the state championship here for 4A between the Bombers and the Storm. Skyview again 22-5 overall. Bombers 17-10. Johnson into his windup, pitch on the way. That's a shot right up the middle, just past the shortstop. Boy, what a great diving attempt by him. He makes it out to center field. Drew Days brings the ball back in, but that'll be a base hit for the Storm. So Hickey gets a nice single. He'll have a pinch runner come in, and that'll bring up to bat for the Storm. Will bring Carter Hill. So Grant, who's that? Grant for the Storm?
Carter Hill.
Well, Carter Hill's up to bat. I was trying to figure out who the pinch runner is. I'll have to see if I can't get that number for you.
Hey, he's black on black jerseys, which, by the way, are the same jerseys they wore yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit tough to read.
I'd be shocked that they only brought one jersey, but superstition usually prevails. They worked yesterday. Maybe it'll work today as well.
You bet. So now Carter Hill, senior for the Storm. Right-handed batter takes the first pitch. It's a ball, low ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of 4A state championship baseball. Les Schwab Tires, Dairy Farmers of Washington bringing it to you. Proud sponsors of both. Pitcher fires over to first. Johnson wanting to make sure that he holds Hickey over there at first. Carter Hill steps back into the box. High fly ball. Looks like it might come down in foul territory, but the first baseman under it again. Great grab by the first baseman for the Bombers. So at the bottom of 4, we've got us a tie ball game, 2-2. 4A state championship baseball, Dairy Farmers of Washington and Les Schwab Tires. Well, you're watching us live here on the NFHS Network, brought to you by Paul and the gang at ESN.
Welcome back to the NFHS Network. We're live in Pasco, Washington. And Skyview and Richland are deadlocked here in the top of the 5th inning, 2-2. Skyview picked up their first 2 runs in the first inning, and Richland picked up their 2 runs in the second inning, but since then haven't had any scoring. These 2 pitchers have settled down quite well.
Up to bat for the Bombers, Taylor Johnson, the pitcher. First pitch that he receives is outside for ball 1.
And, you know, when you have scoring in the first couple innings, you just feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game, but haven't had that today.
Have not. Good quick action by both teams.
We do have activity in the bullpen right now. That is number 14 for Skyview Storm, Alex Miller.
That's a strike. Oh. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of 5. Great action here at Gesa Stadium. Barnum throws again. Little lift up over the top of the shortstop into left field for the Bombers. So the pitcher, Taylor Johnson, saying, let's do this.
Back to top of the order for Richland.
So back to the top, huh? Here we go again. Adam Weissenfels, the shortstop, got picked off at second the last time. I think his slide marks are still out there.
They are, but he has had a phenomenal game at shortstop. He's probably made 7 outs single-handedly.
You bet. Nice stance, right-handed batter. Strike on the outside corner. So with Weissenfels up, the pitcher, Johnson, over on first. No ball, 1 strike to Adam. Shows bunt down the first base line. That'll advance the pitcher.
Weissenfels not even trying to make it the first.
No, yeah, he was trying to bait him to chase him a little bit, I think. But, hey, there you go. Sacrifice bunt. Another unselfish attempt at getting that runner over to second. So with a runner in scoring position, up to the plate for the Bombers will come Gavin March, the second baseman, senior, lefty. Barnum looks off the runner at second into his windup. Pitch comes down. Nice job of framing by the catcher. Unable to get it into the right spot, though, high. Ball one. Next pitch, swing over, chopper over to second. He fires over to one for out number two. So with a runner on third, up to the plate, walks the number 3 batter, number 23 right fielder Josh Mendoza. Remember, fans, if your school is not an NFHS affiliate yet, call your athletic director, have them get in touch with us at your ESN on Twitter. We'd be happy to talk with them. Pitch on the way by Barnum. Outside, knocks it down. Nice job by the catcher, Michael Hickey, for the Storm. Knocking it down, keeping it in front of him. Micah Chen, Will Gately in the broadcast booth today. Barnum into his windup. Pitch on the way. That's a hit. Fly ball, left field. Underneath it for the Storm is Max Rose to end the inning for the Bombers. One runner left on. So we had one hit, one runner left on. Nice job of moving the base runner for the Bombers as they'll come out. That'll be the end of the top half of the fifth. We'll be coming back in just a moment for the bottom half of the fifth. You're watching us live on the NFHS Network.
Welcome back to the NFHS Network. I am Micah Chan, joined alongside Will Gately. We are in Pasco, Washington right now, witnessing a pitcher's duel, what fans came here to see, between Richland starter Taylor Johnson and Skyview starter Cooper Barnum. And Cooper Barnum, the younger brother of WSU starting pitcher Brody Barnum, and as well Taylor Johnson, perhaps most consistent pitcher, one of the most trustworthy pitchers. That's why they threw these guys out here for this Day 2 matchup, state championship 4A between Richland and Skyview.
First batter up will be Sissel, Griffin Sissel, the designated hitter for the Storm. First pitch on the way. Hit is Sissel. He'll go down to first base.
Not the most intense effort to get out of the way, but any way you can get on. And as long as you don't lean into it, the umpires are always going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big thing talked about in the pregame was who's going to make the first mistake, because these teams do not make mistakes. You don't make it to a state championship by making errors in the field. No errors today by either of these teams. Just a solid game.
Bunt popped up behind home plate. Catcher unable to get it. Good effort, though. Oh, 1, 0 balls, no strike, no outs. Runner on first for the Storm. Noah Guyette up to bat. Guyette waiting on his second pitch from Johnson. Johnson in a windup, delivers. Shows bunt, pulls back. That'll be a ball, so 1-1. So the third baseman for the Bombers, Kyle Corrigan, squeezing in. Showing bunt again. He pops it up. They go get the second base runner. He comes down on the base. That'll be out number 1 for the Storm.
Very gutsy play to go to second base. It'd be much easier to get the runner at first, but to get the lead runner like that, threw it a little bit high, but apparently got down the back sooner than the runner slid in.
Nice job by the shortstop for the Bombers. Adam Weissenfels, like you said, he's had a lot of action today. Bounced up and got that one. So that'll bring up the starting, or the top of the lineup for the Storm, Daniel Copeland. Shot over to 3, going
Could
to
be
2.
A double
That'll
play.
Be 1, trying for a double. A little bit late.
Copeland, the speedy player, just beats it out.
Man, nice job by Copeland, able to outdo that throw. Good heads-up baseball by the third baseman. Fired over to second. Nice job by the second baseman trying to get her turn just a smidgen late. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Liam Kerr for the Storm. We're at the bottom of the 5th inning.
Teams are intense right now. The fans are well into it every single pitch.
Quite fittingly, it's a 2-2 ball game in the state championship game. Richland handled Federal Way pretty easily yesterday, and Federal Way was able to come back, take third over Wenatchee, who Skyview beat yesterday 3-1. Foul ball. Wenatchee showed that they were nobody to mess with this year, getting to the state championship, and then played a heck of a game yesterday. So Liam Kerr up to bat for the Storm as Johnson sends it back over to first.
Copeland not taking too much of a big lead at first base right now.
Pitch on the way, fly ball, left field, sends the left fielder for the Bombers back. He squeezes it. That'll be out number 3. So Johnson able to get out of it again. Storms leave one on with their base hit, unable to make much happen. So we've had a pretty decent ball game overall between both clubs. The Storm were able to jump out early, and then the Bombers answered right back in the second inning. So after the second inning, it's been a lot of zeros up there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Cooper Barnum, he's been able to hold together going to a 6th inning.
You bet.
And if you ask any of these coaches, is 5 innings, 2 runs good enough? It's good enough. It's good enough. But to win this game, it's going to take more than 2 runs, and that's how it is right now, 2-2. We'll have to find out if one of these teams can, especially as they go through the 3rd time through the order. That's about the time that you start calling the relief pitchers and the starters start to struggle a little bit more.
As you say that, I look down the left side, and the Storm have a pitcher warming up down there.
But here's the thing. He's wearing catcher's gear, I believe. He's wearing shin pads right now. So I don't know if
so we got a couple of catchers down there throwing it back and forth.
It seems like either that or the socks are striped weird. Doesn't it look like he's wearing shin pads down there?
Kind of look like he might have one of the, oh no, he does have shin guards
okay.
on. So now
they're both wearing catcher's gear.
Yeah,
okay.
There we go. So one of them will be watching.
In full gear.
In full gear.
They got to protect the relief pitcher. That's their money right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 2 guys watching your pitcher.
So we got a coach down there.
Lefty warming up right now is.
So Corrigan starts it out for the Bombers. He'll take that first pitch. It'll be a strike to him.
Top of the 6th inning.
Second pitch on the way. Good shot. Oh, shortstop just under his glove, unable to catch it. So that'll be a single to start for the Bombers. Corrigan, first base. That'll bring up number 17 for the Bombers. Christian Berry, the first baseman.
Yeah, Richland's been able to get at least 1 runner on to start each inning, but outside of that, they haven't been able to follow through. They've gone a bunch of runners to third as well.
Barnum throws it low for ball 1. Third baseman for the Storm squeezing in Ryan Pitts, big strong kid. That throw fired back over to first, trying to keep Corrigan honest over there, keep him from trying to steal. So Barry, right-handed batter for the Bombers, takes the second pitch, attempts a bunt, so it'll be a strike, and Corrigan's dives back to first, able to make it in time. Catcher did a great job of firing it down there. Starting catcher for the Storm has been Michael Hickey, done a great job all tournament. Throw back over to first, close one on that one. Corrigan able to get back in touch.
Yeah, Richland really pushing the limits right now at first base.
Yeah.
They've been making Cooper uncomfortable all day.
So Barnum throwing him 2 in a row over to first, and that will cause for Barry to call time. Step out of the box, now back in the box. So Pitts squeezing in, expecting the bunt. Pitch on the way, that's a hit. Over to second, they're going to try to turn 2, out at 2, and out at 1.
Well out, yeah.
So double play is turned for the Storm. So nice 6-4-3 double play by the Storm. So that'll bring up Chase Mooney, the left-handed batter for the Bombers. See if he can get something started here. First pitch, swing and a miss. He steps back into the box. Wind up in a pitch. Quickly hit over to third. Third baseman fires over to 1. That'll end the top half of the 6th for the Bombers. So going in the bottom half of the 6th, we still have a 2-2 ball game here at Gesa Stadium. You're watching us live on the NFHS Network. Welcome back to Gesa Stadium. Micah Chen and Will Gately talking about the delivery of the Olive Garden food.
I think it's a pretty common practice amongst all restaurant chains now.
I tried to tell him that it only happens for us in Yakima, but he's disagreeing with me. Becoming pretty darn popular it is for the people to be able to order at home and get that fine food delivered to their door. Olive Garden, a proud sponsor of WIAA Athletics. So we're going to start off the bottom of the 6th. Up to bat for the Storm, number 20 will be Michael Lundgren, the first baseman. So Johnson into a windup, first pitch delivered. First pitch is swung on. It's high fly ball down the right field line. Unable to get over there is the right fielder for the Bombers, Mendoza. So that'll be a strike called. So hit that one over into the Bomber bullpen. Unable to get over there was Mendoza. He put the wheels on, but sharply hit over there. So Lundgren steps back into the box, takes his second pitch, swings on it. That's a chopper down the third base line. Foul. Just outside of the third base line. Definitely a big kid in Lundgren. Pitch was inside.
And the pitcher was setting up outside and it went inside, so didn't look as good when he framed it.
Right, Lundgren playing in his last high school game. That pitch on the way, so we'll even up the count, 2-2. So the senior steps back in, got quite a bit of energy. Johnson, pitch on the way, fouled away. He'll live to fight another pitch. Can't ask for much better backdrop in high school athletics than this here at Gesa Stadium. That pitch on the way, another foul ball, high and out of play. Hits the top of the deck over there in right field, the sponsorship deck here at Gesa Stadium, home of the Tri-City Dust Devils. Johnson into the windup, pitch on the way. Strike 3 call. He rings him up. You know, Lundgren, he didn't even wait. He just turned around and said, yep.
Yeah, it's going to be whoever wins this game, you got to give the MVP to the pitcher. I mean, both of these guys, they're just outdoing each other at this point.
Absolutely. Pitch on the way. First pitch swung on. Line drive over to center field. Underneath it for the Bombers is Drew Daves.
Yeah, and defensively as well. I mean, this is by far the most clean game that we have seen at the state tournaments. 3A, 4A.
I don't think we've had any game where there hasn't been any errors.
Any errors and just overall just pitching at quality, because both of these pitchers are just quality right now, and that hasn't happened yet.
You betcha. First pitch swung on and missed by Ryan Pitts, the third baseman for the Storm. He had a great hit in the first inning, been silent since. That pitch is low, 1-1 is the count. Richland Bombers looking like Oakland A's out there. Second pitch on the way is low for ball 2.
I agree that they have the same colors, but there's something different about the green and yellow that the Richland Bombers have. Maybe it's a brighter a shade of green. It has to be it.
A little bit more yellow on the A's than I think on the Bombers. Next pitch on the way. Swing, fly ball, right center.
Quiet inning for Skyview.
Is able to get under it for out number 3. So that will conclude our 6th inning. We're going to head to the top of the 7th, as fitting as a state championship baseball game should be. We have a 2-2 tie here at Gesa Stadium in beautiful Pasco, Washington. You're watching us live on the NFHS Network.
Welcome back to NFHS Network. If you want to see a pitcher's duel, we got that right now. Cooper Barnum, stud pitcher for Skyview, going up against an equally stud pitcher for Richland, Taylor Johnson. This has been very impressed. Both of them are still in the game. It is a 2-2 ball game right now. We are in the 7th inning. They're both going strong. And Cooper Barnum only at 82 pitches right now. So if this has to go into extra innings, don't be surprised that Cooper is still out there.
Absolutely. So Drew Daves up for the Richland Bombers. Fouls the first pitch to him away. Barnum in the windup. Next pitch delivered. Ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Very good ball game. Pitch on the way. Chopped hit over the top of the shortstop. He's unable to get it, so that'll put Daves on base. So each of the last 3 innings, the Bombers have started out with 1 runner on. Unable to convert it, though, so not a lot of worry for the Storm at this point.
That was a slicing hit. It looked like it was going to center field, and this ended up going into more of left field.
You betcha. Warming up his bullpen for the Storm is a left-handed pitcher. Didn't see his number.
Well, he continues to warm up for Skyview. I believe that is Alex Miller, number 14.
So it'll be interesting to see if Barnum stays in, because the head coach is coming out here for the Storm.
Looks like they're pulling him.
And that will be the end of it for Barnum. Great game. Got to give him a round of applause.
Even some of the Richland fans are applauding Cooper Barnum's performance.
Absolutely.
Today.
What a great game by Barnum. He's got to be daggum proud of that. So we'll have a pitching change. We're going to take a moment to step away. We'll send you a WIAA broadcast here. You're watching us live on the NFHS Network. So welcome back to Gesa Stadium here in beautiful Pasco, Washington. We've had a pitching change. Now on the mound for the Storm is Max Rose. Cooper Barnum came over, switched his glove. He's the new left fielder for the Storm. So that will...
And Max Rose was originally in left field. I'm very impressed by Coach Seth Johnson, the Skyview head coach, for making the decision to pull Cooper Barnum now, as opposed to inevitably, if you keep allowing the first runner to get on base against a team like Richland, they're going to start a rally soon. And before that can happen, he pulls them out, even though he's been going 6 innings strong, 2 runs.
Absolutely. At some point, they're going to capitalize.
So
with that change, he's hoping that doesn't happen. The Bomber faithful gave a nice round of applause, as did I, for Barnum, who's pitched a stellar game here for a state championship. Pasco, Washington, Gesa Stadium. So the first pitch for Rose on the way. Bunt shown, pulled back outside, ball 1. So Pitts is squeezed in for the Storm. So bunt shown again up the right side. Rose will toss it over to first. So a sacrifice bunt for Kirby Robertson, the catcher, and that will bring up the pitcher, Taylor Johnson. Taylor Johnson had a single last time and then got thrown out at second.
Yeah, Taylor Johnson's got to be looking at Cooper Barnum being taken out of the game and wondering what his own fate might be.
You bet. So he's a right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Johnson waiting for the first pitch from Rose. Rose looks at second, fires in at home. That one's in the dirt. Nice job again by Hickey, knocking that thing down, keeping it in front of him.
Max Rose, a very much different pitching style than Cooper Barnum. Cooper Barnum has more finesse. Max Rose is going to try and overpower you.
So foul ball for Johnson. So we've got a 1-1 count. Beautiful evening here at Gesa Stadium. Les Schwab Tires and WIAA Dairy Farmers of Washington combining for this state championship game. That'll be a ball, so ball 2.
Draws the ire from the Skyview crowd.
Skyview hoping that was going to be a strike. 2-1 pitch. Wind up by Rose. Pitch on the way. Inside for ball 3. Rose definitely trying to throw it hard.
The lack of willingness to throw it right over the heart of plate, not just in this game, but in all the state tournament games, just shows you how much respect they have for these lineups.
Pitch on the way. Got out of his hand. That'll be a walk. So with that, the Bombers put a runner on first.
This Richland crowd rising to the field a little bit right now.
You betcha. They're smelling blood, seeing if they can't make something happen. Coach Seth Johnson out of the dugout, talking to his infield. Up to bat now is Adam Weissenfels. He's top of the order again for the Bombers. Had a great game so far. First pitch to him is a strike. Nice job making him pitch to him. Into the stadium comes the Southridge Suns. They've got the next ball game. 2 local teams playing in both state championships. Next pitch is on the way, low for ball 1. 1-1 count to Adam. Hickey definitely getting his work out. He took that one off the leg. Very experienced home plate umpire Duke says, take a moment, walk it off. I'll clean off the plate. He looks up, asks him if it's okay, and here we go. Talking to the batter.
Still talking.
Having a little chat. You good to go? Okay.
Interesting to see. I don't know. I don't know what they be talking about right now. Seems like a weird place for jokes. I mean, something of a state championship.
That's a heck of a shot the catcher took, so he's trying to give him time to shake it off.
All right.
That's a move that we make as umpires. So, Max Rose with a pitch high to Adam Weissenfels. Adam Weissenfels, a senior, playing in his last high school baseball game. Fitting way to play as a senior. Rose, pitch on the way, fly ball off the right side by Adam. Hits it up onto the roof, and it does not come down over there.
Weissenfels trying to make something happen here because 2 outs has not been kind to Richland so far.
So 2-2, 1 out. Top of 7 for the Bombers. He throws it back over to second. Safe. Got under the tag. That was a close one.
I do believe he did get there in time, though.
Absolutely. That was a bang play, but nice call by the third base umpire.
Max Rose, great throw over there, seeing that Richland runner was caught off guard.
Cause for Johnston to come out and just talk, as he should. Head coach, got to fight for his team. Rose sends the next pitch on the way. It's high for ball 3. High. So we've got a full count. Top of 7. Runners on first and second for the Bombers. Rose getting ready to bring it in. Full count. Swung on by Adam. He'll hit that one out of play. It'll be off the lower deck down the right field line. What a battle we've got going on. Fans from both sides clapping. A lot of excitement in the stadium. So 3-2, 1 out, top of 7. Storm pitcher Rose Throws it. Runners go.
Ball four.
That'll be a walk. So both runners went. Again, that runner going into third slid a long ways for the Bombers. So with that, one out, Gavin March up for the Bombers. That'll cause the third base coach, head coach.
I think this is an appropriate time to call timeout, talk to your hitter.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a type of bat where a state championship is won.
You betcha. So with that, Seth Johnson will come out, talk to home plate umpire Dennis Duke. We'll see what he's up to. So Johnson's going to go out to the mound, see if he's going to call in another pitcher. He's calling his whole infield in.
They have one lefty right now in the bullpen. Not warm. He's waiting. He's waiting for his name to be called.
So we got one out. There's 2 outs showing on the board, but 1 out, really.
Our board has 1 out, so
yeah,
that's all that matters.
The board out in outfield, I don't know, there's one on the screen.
There is, yeah.
Ran by the very capable Micah Chin.
Yeah, producer over here as well.
The producer, the color, the
fun fact
story
guy.
telling stud, fasting guy. He's making me look bad over here, not eating no hamburgers. That's all right. I'll eat them for you. Don't you worry.
Plenty of burgers to go around.
So, a lot of excitement in the air. Goosebumps happening all around. That'll have Gavin March. Nothing like it for Mr. March in the Bombers. He's a senior for the Bombers, and so what a fitting way to be able to be up to bat as a senior. Pressure situation, bases loaded, 1 out. Looking to put the go-ahead run at home. So they're going to have at least 2 opportunities to do it. The Bombers will. Rose, pitch on the way, outside for ball 1.
Close pitch by Max Rose. Just barely missed the outside corner of the plate.
Max Rose takes the signal from the catcher. Enters into the windup. Stretches down the mound, delivers the pitch, shows a bunt, throwing it. Run comes in. So with that, the pitcher tried to throw it to home. Catcher drug his foot off the plate. Seth Johnson's going to come out and talk to the home plate umpire about it. But the Bombers are able to get 1 run across the plate.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to argue about on that play. Obviously, with that puff of smoke, with that dirt, can't always see the plate itself. Of course, Seth Johnson just trying to make sure the right call was made.
Absolutely. Got to question it, make sure. That's his job.
Especially in the 7th inning of a state championship when your team's down by 1. You got to make sure.
You bet. Absolutely doing his job. Very respectful approach on the umpire, and turns around and heads back to his dugout. So with that, the hometown Bombers are able to go up 3-2. Bases are still loaded, 1 out.
And the number 3 hitter, Josh Mendoza, up right now. Capable of doing some serious damage.
Mendoza, another senior for the Bombers. Pitch on the way, that's a hit. Up the right side, that'll score 1. Most likely 2, throw coming in from the outfield to the catcher. He fires out to second. They get him at 2. So that'll be 2 outs, but 2 more runs come across the plate. So the Bombers go up 5-2 at the top of 7. What a ball game.
Yeah, that if the infielders weren't playing in, that would have been a routine play, probably a double play as well to get them out of the inning. But that's the risk you take when playing the infield. Then you want to get that out at the plate, but you also risk a ground ball skipping past second baseman that otherwise would have been pretty easy for him to field.
Absolutely. So with that, 1 runner is left on third. 2 outs. Crowd is fired up for the Bombers. Up for the Bombers is Kyle Corrigan. Pitch on the way. That'll be a strike, outside corner. Nice pitch by Rose. Second pitch, Rose into the windup, stretches down the mound, pitch delivered outside. Nice job again by Hickey, knocking it down.
That was a very nice block by Hickey. Otherwise, another run's crossing the play, and this is a 4-run deficit for Skyview.
Man, that is a great job by the catcher from Skyview, Hickey, doing a lot of work back there. Rose into the windup, another one down the mound, pitch on the way. That's a hit right up to shortstop. He fumbles it, throws it over to one. Will he get there in time? Yes, he got him. So not a bad inning at all. I say we go ahead and keep it right here.
Yeah, let's break this down right now. Skyview's going to...
We've got 3 runs come across for the Bombers as the Storm are about to have to come up to bat. So Johnson back out on the mound.
I love that decision, the trust that he has. We don't know what would have happened if Cooper Barnum had stayed in the game. Max Rose coming in from left field, not as in focus as what Cooper Barnum was working on there, having only 1 runner on first base. But Richland coach Richardson not going to take that chance. Going to let he's had 6 straight scoreless innings. Pardon that, 5 straight scoreless innings. So Taylor Johnson is going to be out there and going to try and close this game out right there. And I say why not, unless he really finds himself in some trouble, a bases-loaded situation. That's when you might start second-guessing that. But for Skyview, what they might have to factor in right now is the crowd noise, because bottom of the 7th inning of a state championship, this many Richland fans in attendance right now. We're talking hundreds of Richland fans over there. I mean, they're just piled all over, and we're starting to see Kelso show up right now for their state championship game. But yeah, with Richland right now in a game of this magnitude, they're going to be loud right now. And usually in baseball, high school baseball, you don't have to face the crowd noise. That's not something you usually factor in. Even in regionals, even in the quarterfinals, that's not going to be there. But today, yeah, it's going to be a little different.
Absolutely. So, man, the Bombers able to hold on to this one. This place will be noisy. So with that, coming up to bat for the Storm will be number 2, Michael Hickey, the catcher, who has had a phenomenal game behind home plate.
And Michael Hickey looking at the looking at his players, teammates, fans, and nodding at them, like getting them fired up right now. Very cool.
Nice showing by Skyview over there as well. Good fan base over there for them, just the same. Johnson delivers the first pitch. It's a shot, hit up the middle to the second baseman, bounces over his glove, so the first hitter will be on base
for
impressive.
The Storm. Nice work by Miles Hickey, following up with what he promised. Michael Hickey said he was going to get his team in the game. Gave him the fist bump.
That one. So the second baseman unable to corral that one up over the top of his glove. Into the game for the Storm as a pinch runner. I was unable to see his number. Tough to see the numbers. So now, up to bat for the Storm is Carter Hill. That first pitch was a ball. First baseman for the Bombers behind the runner. Second pitch on the way. That's a high fly ball.
Might be playable.
Stay in play. It does not. It's the first level of the stands here at Gesa Stadium. Beautiful, beautiful night for baseball here in Pasco, Washington. Les Schwab, Dairy Farmers of Washington, and the WIAA in partnership to bring you the state championships here on the NFHS Network. So Hill, a lot of pressure on top of his shoulders, but he steps right in there, ready to take it. Johnson fires the next pitch high. It's going to be a tough balance for Johnson to be able to keep the nerves under pressure, or under control, and deliver these pitches, not try too hard. Into the windup, next pitch. Shot right back up the middle.
This might be
over to short. Throws it over to one. He overthrows it, bounces off the rack, but stays in play, luckily for the Bombers, or that would have sent the runner over to second.
Looks like they might send him to the dugout. Sorry, they might send him to second anyway. Runner
so
interference.
The umpire calls runner interference on the Storm, and he calls him out. So Seth Johnson walking out to ask him what happened. So either the second base runner slid in and took out the shortstop, or the runner at first.
I think it's more likely that there was some a confrontation between the runner going to first base and the first baseman himself. So 2 outs.
So Johnson finds himself in a tough situation. And up to bat and into the game for the Storm is number 15, Chris Swan, a senior outfielder for the Storm. So the struggle here for the Storm continues into the bottom of 7. That pitch outside.
Richland is 1 out away from a state championship.
Absolutely. Coach Johnson still talking to the third base umpire, Tim O'Brien.
And if Taylor Johnson, the pitcher, has got those strikes right now, getting out and play.
So Johnson, first 2 pitches are balls. Fouled away is the third one. That one gets behind the catcher. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of 7. That one's high. So we've got a runner back on for the Storm. Up to bat for the Storm. That'll bring up number 10 for the Storm, who is Noah Guyette. So Guyette, a junior for the Storm. Timeout called by home plate umpire Duke Dennis. First pitch to Guyette, outside for ball 1. Steps off the rubber, Johnson does. So first baseman not even paying attention to the runner at first. He's behind him. Next pitch on the way, that'll be a strike. Strike 1, so 1-1 to Guyette. Lots of fans in the stadium here. Got to love high school athletics. That pitch is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. Again outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Johnson got to get her dialed in here. Coach is staying in the dugout, not coming out to talk to him yet. Storm need 3 runs to tie it up, 4 to win. Next pitch, that's a hit. Fly ball, left center. This could do it for the ball game. And the Bombers are able to hold on to it, and they are your 4A state champions. They beat the Skyview Storm 5-2. What a ball game, and what it has been. What a pitching duel between Barnum and Johnson. Barnum of the Storm, Johnson of the Bombers. The crowd is on their feet. You can see the Bombers piling up out there. Gloves all over the place. A lot of love on the field for the Storm.
That's amazing.
Man, it still gives me goosebumps. I'm a coach at heart, and to see those young men holding their chin up and able to watch as their counterparts, the Bombers, celebrate. So the Storm will take second place But the Bombers have come out on top of this one as the Les Schwab representative and the Dairy Farmers of Washington alternate queen bring out the second place hardware for the Skyview Storm. We're going to just go ahead and keep it here as we...
The Skyview holding their heads up high. Very disappointed, but...
As they should be, but it's been a heck of a season. Copeland to lead the way. Very classy, very class act.
Team leader right there.
You bet. So as Richland starts to filter around and get back in line, the Skyview Storm staying out there as the Bombers finish their celebration. The coaching staff to come over to the line. What a season it has been for the Bombers when, like we've talked about, a tradition of excellence out of the Richland High School program. And so Copeland leads his team through the handshakes, and they'll circle back around and get ready for pitchers. That's always a tough part, to take pitchers right after a loss like that when you're frustrated. Your chin's got to try to be held high, but they'll keep it together and get everything put back in the dugout. And Copeland, who's the senior, has played in his last high school game. We think that he may be a commit to WSU, but everybody around the stadium on their feet for the both Southridge Suns and the Richland Bombers. Very proud of each other down here in the Tri-Cities. So on the right side of the field, you see the state champion 4A Richland Bombers take the poster and put it up, and as the players are holding up the number one finger as the state champions,
holding
the
that
coaches
trophy
get
high
in there. On the left side of the field, you see the Skyview Storm posing for their second place finish pitchers. What an exciting time in high school sport. Nothing like it.
Richland just capped off one of the most phenomenal seasons in Washington high school sports history. Winning state in multiple sports this year.
Absolutely. So the Bombers, lots of hugs to go around. The crowd erupting as the public address announcer, announces the 4A state champions, Richland Bombers.
We got another state championship coming up between Southridge and Kelso. That'll be a 3A championship. So state championships all across the state today.
Absolutely.
Big day in high school sports today.
Yes, it was. So this will be the final weekend of high school state championships as this year's juniors, next year's seniors will go on to compete in summer ball. So with that, the Storm jog out to center field. The Dust Devil staff try to prepare the field for our next game. It is supposed to start at 7 p.m. We are 55 minutes away from game time, so we'll see. Last game started about 15 minutes late, but we will be on the broadcast sharp at 7 o'clock and let you know what's going on as the Richland Bombers are your 4A state champions, beating the Skyview Storm with a score of 5-2. For my partner, Micah Chen, appreciate everything that you've done here throughout the weekend. Thanks for joining us.
It's been incredible to call a state championship game. Been very much an honor.
Absolutely. Great future state champion broadcaster right here in Micah Chen. Did a great job out here today, and very, very proud to be his partner. I'm Will Gately, along with the entire staff at ESN Sports. You're watching us on the NFHS Network. We'll see you back here 7 o'clock for the next 3A state champion.